British troops, we learnt, will be given powers to shoot down drones near military bases. I'm joined by Karl Rosander, a drone defence expert and the CEO and co-founder of Nordic Air Defence. Good afternoon to you, Karl. I would have assumed, clearly wrongly, that they already had these powers, no?
Listen, they have powers, yes, with a very costly missile defense like Patriot missiles or NASAMS that cost a couple of €100,000 or pounds each to shoot down low-cost drones that we see now around Europe coming in and threat our countries. We need to think on the cost asymmetry. We create cheap, cost-effective, kinetic, electricity-driven interceptors. They are much better to use than these expensive missiles, which also you've seen in Poland. We had our fighter jets
were shot
shooting
down,
expensive missiles and falling down, burning fragment on civilian houses.
So you believe that this is essentially a safer way to do what's needed when it comes to those lighter drones?
Yes, of course. Shooting with expensive missiles that explodes in our civilian environment, it's not good. We are not at war. We are having a hybrid war, which means we have to do it in another and better way. So that's why we choose the solution to go with a kinetic interceptor, which is not exploding in civilian environments.
And this kinetic choice that you describe is, I mean, it's all kinetic, isn't it, I suppose, but this kind of interceptor that you've described, the MOD is happy to go with, is it?
Oh, I can't comment on that at the moment,
Okay.
where we are in processes, but demand is high. So that's all I can say regarding that.
Do you think the civilians amongst us, those who aren't looking at, military news every day and military technology every day, we're just catching up, really, aren't we, with the prevalence of drone technology in war and surveillance these days? It's clearly, it's not even the future, is it? It's the present, very much the present.
Yeah, we see that, and we start to see that when the war in Ukraine fully broke out and the aggressor Russia. The warfare has changed. Cheap drones is coming in, and nowadays they are also autonomous, which means they don't have a radio controller between the operator and the actual drone. So you can't jam them. We have jamming systems in Europe, in UK, in Sweden, but when you can't jam them and they are autonomous, or they are also wire cable connected with optic fibers, then you can't jam with the systems we have today.
And if it's not a manned piece of equipment, clearly, you can't warn or encourage the person in it to go elsewhere because there's nobody in it. They're unmanned things, aren't they?
They're unmanned, yes. They're unmanned, and they're also autonomous with AI processors within them. So they find themselves the target and do their mission. So lucky we're not in war and we don't have Shaheds coming, because that would mean we have very little defense.
And I know it's not the same technology you're describing, but is what you are describing akin to, just in terms of usage rather than technology, akin to what we see in Israel with the Iron Dome, that you're using a very different type of technology to repel weaponry that's coming your way?
I mean, Israel has a fantastic system. The Iron Dome, they have multiple layers of protection to protect themselves from drones and incoming missiles. When you look at the talks about the drone wall, there is no such a thing of drone wall covering borders, because we also see the threats actually coming from inside countries. There could be terrorist threats. Also,
or idiots.
I would actually say, yeah.
Or idiot threats.
Yes, but I would actually say there should be a drone umbrella. But to get Europe, UK, and to agree on one system, when you have about 30 procurement agencies within Europe that has to collaborate, they are not at the moment. Different regulations. So to make Europe a drone umbrella, you have to agree on one control system, and there are many layers to it. Many different kind of jamming is one layer, but kinetic interceptors is one layer, and then you have more things.